If you guys are wondering how to hit champ and you're struggling in diamond, this is honestly how you hit champ. Watching this video is also going to help you improve hitting champ as well, because all the gameplay mechanics that I'm doing and the rotations that I'm doing, I'm not like flipping around in there, like spinning, twirling, trying to do all these freestyle stuff. I literally just do basic Rocket League mechanics with half flipping, conserving my boost, landing properly, being able to readjust and recover when you land, when you're getting bumped. Also, stealing other people's boosts. That's also another thing that you need to do, is steal your opponent's boosts. It's very, very hard to do when you're starting out and you're like, well, what do you mean? Well, you need to be able to realize and recognize that, you know, where your opponents are, where your teammate is, and knowing the exact timing of like when to steal like your opponent's boost. But mainly it's just positioning yourself, positioning like your shots. Like positioning your shots is also very hard to do right away. Until you play like a lot of the game. Like me, have over like 2,000 hours. I stopped playing usually when I hit C2 because I just don't want to do the champ grind. The champ grind is just a little long. But there's some good players in Diamond 2, and there's some bad players in Diamond 2. There's some plats in Diamond 2, there's some champs in Diamond 2, and you go to Diamond 3, etc., etc. It can get very hard, and it can also get very frustrating. Only saying that because you never know if you're playing against a champ, and you never know if you're playing against a diamond, even though it says, you know, champ winner, tournament winner, or they have like a champ emblem, they have a champ, I don't even know, champ background. Some of them are good, like some of them deserve to be champ. Some of them aren't champ. Some of them get carried to champ. This game right here, it's the guy left, so it's kind of like I'm just trying to kill the clock. Give me 1 second. I'm a little sick too. Sorry. But like I'm not really playing. I'm more or less just like killing the clock right now. I'm kind of just letting my teammate do his thing and not allowing him to obviously beat us in a 2v1. Because you don't want someone to beat you in a 2v1, right? That would just be embarrassing. And that shouldn't happen when you get up into the Diamond 2 ranks. I want to be a coach, but I don't know who to ask or who to apply or whatever to be a coach. Or any of that. I mean, I'm sure enough I could be a coach. I've been playing this game, like I said, since 2015. I literally know everything pretty much about the game, but do I do everything? No. Like, do I flip reset? No. Do I musty flick? No. Like I don't practice those mechanics. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, they're flashy. Yeah, they're freestyly. They're nice. But honestly, you don't need those mechanics to hit Grand Champ or Champ. Like, you can literally grind Champ and Grand Champ, Diamond, whatever rank you are now, off of basic normal mechanics, and not have to do what all the crazy freestylers and pros do, like, you know, musty flip double tap, you know, flip reset, musty triple flip reset. Like, you don't need to do that. Like, don't focus on doing that when you're in free play. Like, if you're in free play, you need to focus on card control. You need to focus on your positioning. So act like there's an opponent in free play, right? But there's really not. And like, kind of position yourself, you know, like shoot the ball somewhere and then force the ball to either come to your net or force the ball to pass to you from like a far spot. You can also make the ball obviously go up in the air, and then you can make it pass to you like an aerial pass. Working on your aerials is very important. You need the aerial in this game if you want to go higher than like diamond. Plats, gold, silvers, bronze. You guys don't really need the aerial as much. But once you get up in the higher ranks, like Diamond, Diamond 2, Diamond 3, Champ, Champ 2, Champ 3, Grand Champ, stuff like that, you definitely need the aerial. You definitely need to, like, have some game knowledge, some game sense. But even, like I said, just watching this video is literally gonna help you. Like, this game right here is the game I coached this guy. Literally mid-match, I coached this guy. This is like a Diamond 2 game. And he got really toxic at me on PlayStation messages. I can't show those because I'm not recording off of my PC. I'm recording off of my PlayStation right now. But he got super toxic and he says I'm a horrible champ. He says I'm a trash teammate and everything else. And I was literally just giving him tips and I wasn't even being toxic on, you know, I told him to like YouTube how to play defense or something. Like that's probably toxic to you guys, but it's really not toxic. It's more or less just, you know, giving him a helpful reminder. Be like, yo, like your defense isn't that great, right? So YouTube some defense, you know, mechanics or something. But after that, I was never toxic to him at all, and then he told me to STFU. Which I found kind of funny that he told me to STFU because, I mean, you know, you get mad and you're getting carried and you're playing with a better player, then yes, you're gonna be, you know, toxic to that player. And then like, I don't know, maybe an hour later, I kept playing, I kept winning. I mean, I think I went like 23-1. You'd have to check my Rocket League tracker if you really want to know. Within like 2 hours of playing. And then I sent this guy a screenshot of me being champ within like an hour after playing with him. But I think he went to bed when I did that. But I'm sure I'm probably gonna get a message in the morning or in the afternoon when he wakes up or something. But all in all, it's the fact that he, you know, he wanted to be toxic and stuff, which is fine. You know, people can be toxic, but it is what it is, right? Rocket League's a pretty toxic game, kind of like Overwatch. I don't even know why I'm mentioning Overwatch. I don't even play that game anymore. I quit that game a long time ago when Season 2, or when Overwatch 2 became free to play and all the people started playing the game. And, you know, you have your old timers playing the game, and then you have people coming in that's free to play that didn't buy the game for $60 when it was Overwatch 1. So, but anyways, regardless of that, we'll get back to Rocket League. And I mean, I'm a really good, generous guy. I'm really nice. I'm good at the game. I do make mistakes. I'm not a robot. No one's a robot. Everyone's human. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone, you know, I mean, you just gotta play, right? I mean, I check the scoreboard a lot. I don't know why. I need to stop doing that because because points don't even like do anything. Like, you could have like 100 points, your teammate could have like 2,000 points. That doesn't mean that your teammate's better than you. Because the fact is, it depends on like how your teammate's playing, and how you're playing, how you're positioning, and how your teammate's positioning, and how you're trying to pass to your teammate. And how your teammate's trying to like, you know, you gotta like kind of comprehend with your teammate, right? Like in this game, I'm like, okay, I know my teammate's not that good. I'm way better, so I'm kind of just trying to figure out, you know, what his movement is. And I did type "don't follow me" there. I mean, he does follow me a lot during the game, and then when I typed that, he stopped following me. Hang on. And then I think the second one is like I told him to like YouTube how to like play defense or something. And then whatever, and then I told him like stop spinning in the air and stuff when he's like air dribbling, because he's not really showing off to anybody, right? He's really just showing off to himself. He's not making a montage. He's not making a YouTube video. He can't flip reset, and I told him that. I said stop spinning in the air, because if you can't flip reset, there's no point in spinning in the air while air dribbling. Now the reason I say that spinning in the air while air dribbling isn't worth doing if you can't flip reset is because it doesn't scare your opponent. And it can make you waste more boost than you already have. Also, it can make you have way less card control than you already have in the air. If you're already struggling with air dribbling and then you're trying to spin and do all this crazy stuff, it's just gonna make it that much harder because you can't control the ball in the air. But as you can see, I'm literally just doing basic shots. I set myself up, and I'm over there talking to him like mid-match. I'm literally typing to him. I'm trying to like coach him mid-match. I didn't cheat up there because I know my teammate's like not that great, and I don't trust his face-offs, and I don't really. But I always trust my teammates. Like, yeah, even if your teammate's really bad, and you're way better and you're faster, and your teammates never like going for your passes or anything that are wide open, you know, in the net and stuff. You still have to like kind of trust your teammate, because if you turn into like a ball chaser, then you pretty much lose all your trust in your teammate. And when you lose all your trust in your teammate, it's like you're just gonna start chasing, then your teammate's just not gonna want to play, or he's gonna sit in net, or he's just gonna rage or type or whatever, and then you just lose chemistry mid-match with the teammate that you play with. Like I said, all this I've done this was all solo queued. I didn't pair up with anybody, and I mean, I carried my teammate, but I'm not gonna say that that's a good thing. That's a bad thing, right? Like it is what it is. Like sometimes you get carried, sometimes you don't. But you don't get salty over it. You just play it out, and if the better player is carrying you and he can type to you, like, you gotta take the tips and take it like a grain of salt, and just take those tips and implement it into your gameplay. Because if you don't do that, then you're never gonna get better. And if you never get better by taking tips by a better player, and you think you're just going to learn on your own and you're going to keep doing it by yourself and never like watch a YouTube video, or if you're never going to do anything like that, then you're probably not going to get better in Rocket League. Because Rocket League is like a kind of a complex game, and like I have over 2,100 hours, almost. I'm at like 2,099 hours, so I'm almost at 2,100 hours. But like I said, I don't sit in free play. I don't practice, you know, flip resetting. I don't practice all the crazy mechanics, even though I keep telling myself I need to. If I want to like go to like Grand Champ 3 Supersonic Legend, but like I don't really want to do that. Like, do I want to be GC? Sure. But do I want to take 2 hours and 3 hours every day and sit in training mode or free play and learn how to flip reset and musty and all that, and then when I get into a game, it's like my brain would shut off, right? And that would be everyone else that are just learning this stuff. And it's like, oh well, you do all this, you do all that, but you can't like do it in a match, right? So why? So like, why would you? I didn't mean to cancel my recording. I accidentally hit the button on my controller and it stopped my recording for a second, so my audio might cut out. But yeah, there's really no point of doing all that, and then because like if you can't do it consistently in a match without unlimited boost, like without like 100 boost, then don't do it. Like, there's sometimes, yeah, you might get that setup off the wall. You might get that setup, self-setup. You might get a setup off a pass. You might, you know, you might just, in general, just have some decent setups or something, and you're like, man, I should have practiced a flip reset. Or, man, I should have practiced how to musty. But you're never going to get those setups every single game. Like, 100%. Like, if the setup comes, right? If the setup doesn't come, well, it doesn't come. But you can't think to yourself and be like, alright, I'm gonna get a musty this time. I'm gonna get a musty this game. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna get a flip reset this game. It's gonna happen. It's not always gonna happen. You're not always gonna score it. And just because it's a mechanic and it's flashy and it's cool, and you practice it so much, and then when you get into a game, you're gonna get nervous, kinda, and then you're gonna be like, oh, look, I'm gonna show off these guys. I'm gonna try to scare them. Because I can do this, and I can do that. But if you can't consistently do it, even during the match, more than once, and score, you're not scaring anybody. It's just showing that you can, you know, hit the ball, you know, a flashy mechanic, but you're not passing it to your teammate, nor you're not scoring the ball. And sometimes you may whiff it. People will sit there and watch you do it, sure. But that doesn't mean that you need to sit in 2-3 hours of training mode and learn how to do it non-stop every single day. Because even doing that and perfecting it still doesn't mean that you're going to perfect it in a game. Because you're not going to have unlimited boost. 3/4 of the time you might only have 70 or 60 boost when you go off the wall, or you go up for an aerial, or if you go for a musty. So then you got to condition yourself in free play, like, okay, I only have 60 boost now, instead of 100. I need to practice on 60 boost. But see how I'm managing my boosts, and I'm, you know, usually in those games that I've been playing, I've been grabbing my opponent's 100 boost, so you boost starve your opponents. That's also something that you really want to do, is boost starve your opponents. That's probably one of the main things you want to do, and I probably did not mention that, is boost starving. Boost starving your opponents is also very strong because it gives you and your teammate another opportunity to take the advantage, get your hands on the wheel, and you just have all 100 boosts, right? So you're pretty much always full on boosts. But these matches, like I said, these are literally repetitive matches that you're watching back to back to back. And all I'm doing is literally just playing basic Rocket League, right? I'm not doing anything flashy. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm literally just playing basic Rocket League, and but I've been playing the game for a very long time. So I kind of know how to position myself. Well, I don't kind of, I do know how. I know how to, like, position myself, right? And I've been playing it for so long that at these ranks, I just know pretty much what everyone's going to do from Diamond 1 to Champ 2. I literally know where people are going to position themselves because there's not really any Smurfs. People are going to say, oh, I'm a Smurf. They're really not a Smurf. There's some good players and there's some bad players. Like I said, don't ever think someone's a Smurf in Diamond and Champ, because there's not a Smurf. And don't think, oh, someone's doing some crazy stuff. That doesn't mean that they're the greatest player, or they're really good, or they're a Smurf. They're just having, like, one good game. Right? That's what it is. And I'm not joking either. It's literally them just having the game of their life or something. But right here, I believe this is my champ game. And I literally just played basic Rocket League. I didn't do anything fancy. I didn't do anything crazy. I just, you know, I got my rank, and it was just like that. And within, like, maybe 2 hours, like I said, I just kept going. If you guys want